Expecting an update on the Freeway shootings investigation at any moment. DPS expected to announce they are upping the reward for information that leads to an arrest.
ABC 15's Joe Bartels is live at DPS headquarters for us this afternoon. Joe.
Katie Faye, that press conference again scheduled to start here at 4 o'clock. We have a camera in position here, so the moment they take that, we will bring that to you live. But first, let's bring you up to speed on exactly what's going on in this investigation here. Now, DPS Director Frank Milstead says they are going over hundreds of tips they've received on the Freeway shootings investigation. At last count, more than 850 tips have come in. A couple of hours ago, we learned that the city of Phoenix opened its emergency operations center, and looks like just moments from now we are going to start this press conference here. Let's go do it right now.
Arizona Department of Public Safety. We have an update primarily having to do with a reward involving the ongoing investigation of the Interstate 10 shootings. Here with this information is the Director of the Arizona Department of Public Safety, Colonel Frank Milstead.
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming out today. Before I get into the increase in the reward, I want to talk just a little bit about the case, and I want to clear up anything that has been unclear. We have a number of different activities that were happening on Arizona highways. We've talked a lot about having 3 MOs. By an investigative standard, it is prudent that we treat all of these as if they're connected, because we don't know whether they are or not. We have some bullet strikes, we have some projectile strikes, and we have what we believe is road rage. The only way for us to know whether they're connected is to investigate them as if they are and talk about them as a lump sum. As this investigation moves through time, we will be able to show that some of these are related to one another, and we will be able to delete others from the system. The investigators are working around the clock to determine what is and what isn't related. Currently, we have 11 known incidents, and we are continuing to look at others. I think there was some discussion earlier today about whether or not these shooters that had the slingshot out in the East Valley were related to what was going on I-10. Our instincts tell us no, that is not related. These are kids with a slingshot that had picked up some granite at a mall, landscaping granite, and they were firing it at cars. Instinctually, there's no reason to believe that's involved to bullets being fired on I-10 West, but we still have to interview the kids, determine where they were, what they were doing, and why they participated in this hazardous activity. By giving out that information with the sheriff yesterday, it was by no design to try to say that we had solved this case. And I will tell you, quite candidly, we have not solved this case, and that is why we're here today. We are here to increase the reward for information to silent witness, 480 witness. We don't need your name, we don't need your identity, we just need to know what you know. And I know somebody out there knows something, and I'm willing to pay for that information. The Arizona Highway Patrol Association, the Maricopa County's Attorney's Office. You guys want to wait for that? The Arizona Highway Patrol Association, Maricopa County Attorney's Office, the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association, the U.S. Marshal Service, the Arizona Department of Public Safety, and the Fraternal Order of Police have all given money to pay for that $50,000 reward. So why the $50,000? Why did we change that number?
Can't hear it all.
All right.
Can't hear anything.
All right, then let's take a break. He's trying to keep the shooter information out.
Give it another shot.
All right, let's try that one more time. You want me to go through that whole piece again?
Yes, go ahead.
All right.
About the 50,000, please.
Okay. The reward is being increased to $50,000. The money used for that award came from the Arizona Department of Public Safety, the Arizona Highway Patrol Association, the Fraternal Order of Police, the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association, Maricopa County Attorney's Office, and the U.S. Marshal Service. Everybody realizes that this case is critical to get Arizona back to normal. We are all incredibly aware of the fear that drivers have on Arizona freeways and highways, and all of us collectively want to solve this as expeditiously as possible. There is somebody that knows something. I don't need your name. I don't need your identity. I need you to call 480 witness, and we will make sure that you get your money. People's lives are at risk. The public is terrified. And the only way to put this back to normal is to make sure that we apprehend the perpetrator or perpetrators as quickly as possible. What you all have done collectively, I am in awe of. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the support from both the national and local media in trying to resolve this case. I know that I have been difficult to deal with on some of the details, and again, it's not for the sake of being difficult, it's just for the integrity of the case. I know there's some relief in knowing what we've accomplished and the things that we've made happen. I can tell you that we have made headway and we continue to move forward, but we are still not there. This case is not solved. But from me personally and from this agency and from the governor's office, we cannot tell you how appreciative we are that you're continually getting this information out. We are working on flyers and posters. The signs are still on the freeway. I want to get to all the stratifications of our community to make sure that everybody knows that this is going on. And if you know something, to call in. To this date, as of yesterday, it was somewhere around 850 tips. We're closing in on close to 1,000. We have 550 of those that I'm being told that are actively being investigated right now. And we will continue to look at those through our Tips and Leads program. I'll take questions.
Director Milstead, can you tell me, the last confirmed shooting or incident in this case is last Thursday?
Correct. The question is, the last confirmed incident was last Thursday. I will tell you that I do not count what occurred Saturday night as part of this same string, although we are investigating it because it happened in the East Valley.
I have a follow-up to that.
Yes, sir.
What do you make of the fact that it's been 7 days then since the last incident involved in this investigation?
What do I make of the fact that this has been 7 days since the last incident? It's if that count is right, is it? Sure, it's like 5 probably.
6 or 7 since last Thursday.
The only thing I make out of it is that it is stopped for now. I don't know why, and I want to know why, and I want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Director, what is the status of Oscar Munoz? Where does he stand in this investigation, or no longer a part of this investigation?
The best I know, Oscar is still in custody. He's been booked into the Maricopa County Jail on unrelated charges, and he is still a person of interest, and we continue to follow up through that investigation.
Are you making any kind of progress?
Are we making any progress? Yes, ma'am, we are. We are making progress, but we have not solved the case.
Chief, does this reward imply that you guys still do not know who is responsible for the shooting?
The reward implies that I have not received the tip that I'm looking for, at least that I know of.
There was 3 incidents this morning where your troopers responded on the freeway to 911 calls where people thought they'd been shot at.
Correct.
Do you have the results of those yet?
You know, sir, the only one that I know of is the one that happened up on I-17 and about Rose Garden, where a motorcyclist was said he was shot at by somebody in a black Mitsubishi, and I believe that was a road rage. The other 2 I do not have the data on, so I don't even want to speculate. But what I was told when I walked up here today was we had no new incidents. So something happened there, I just don't know what.
Director, can you explain person of interest in regards to Oscar? What does that mean? Are you waiting for more information? Are you waiting for some sort of DNA? Are you waiting for how is he still a person of interest?
We have not completed our investigation on him. Oscar is still somebody that we want to know more about, and through the investigative process we hope to do that. And again, I know that is vague and I know it sounds horrible, but I just can't give you much more than that, sir.
Have you gotten any credible leads or theories as to why this has happened?
No.
In regards to the kids with the slingshots,
yes, sir.
How do you define terrorist actions, and why would they not be categorized as being involved in a terrorist action and the others in this situation are?
You know, I would think what they're doing is still terrorism. They're still scaring people. The sheriff told me yesterday they literally found one of those pieces of granite in that car. If that was to have struck them or they would have reacted negatively, they're still out, you know, inflicting fear upon the community. I don't look at them any different. I just don't think they're the people that did what they did out west. I just think it's a different group, but their actions are just as heinous and despicable as anybody else that would do this.
You use the word terrorism. Have you at all?
Okay, so we've been listening into Director Frank Milstead from DPS kind of giving us a update on what exactly has been going on, and basically the headline is $50,000 now being offered as a reward in this investigation. He said of the 11 right now that they are investigating, he says that he believes some of them are connected. Other ones, he says, through the course of this investigation, he expects those to be kind of checked off the list. He believes there's a combination of someone shooting at cars, some are road rage, so the investigation is still ongoing. He says that $50,000 reward is basically a sign that they have not received the tip that they need that will lead them to an arrest in this case. So we're going to listen in still on what the director has to say, but we'll bring you the very latest coming up at 5 o'clock, guys. Back to you.
All right, thanks very much.